My name is Jana Worofsky. I'm a controller at a construction company, and I'm a mother of three very active boys. My oldest is 11, and I have twins which turned 6 in January, and they will start school this summer. I was very lucky because my parents both worked in IT, and I had very early access to computers and also later on laptops. While we didn't call it STEM, if I think about it today, I was already involved in STEM from a very early age. So for me, STEM education is something that is nowadays very present everywhere. I worked for a chemical company, and there they always talked about women in STEM. And that was only a couple of years ago when this term really became very well known or became active. So for me, STEM education means being able to tangentially work with science, mathematics. It's many different aspects. It doesn't always have to be just science, because for me, for example, I have an economist education. So is it STEM? Is it not STEM? We could really discuss this. For me, it is, because math and also science, it's all ever present in many jobs. So STEM education is something that equips our children with the skills for the future. It's problem-solving skills, it's team-building skills, it's how to look at things in different ways. And this is something that I think is becoming more and more important in many different jobs. And I actually think that STEM education is something that you will find in almost every job in the future. Whether it's, we work a lot with computers these days. Technological advancements are ever present. They can also be very scary, but they are there. And if we ignore them, and if we ignore that piece of education, I think we could potentially set our children up for failure. And I don't think anybody wants to do that. So I start with my oldest. He was actually part of like an initial project with little scientists, and we brought little scientists into the school, and they did a program where the students were able to create robots. And it was actually great to see him and his whole class building up a whole city, solving problems on how things move, on how to program them, making cars faster, slower. It was really a great thing to see. And when I think about my little ones, even there, I already see some parts which relate to STEM. Now, this may not be with computers, but only recently, like 2 days ago, they collected a whole bunch of what we would call trash, so empty bottles, boxes, yogurt cups, and all those kinds of things, and they put together a robot. Now, of course, it wasn't a functioning robot, but I can see early development of critical thinking, of how can I put things together to make it work, to make it look and feel like a real live robot. So that was really great to see. I believe that STEM education will open many doors for our children in all different fields, whether it's medicine, technology, chemistry, any kind of job. I believe in the future will be tangentially have some STEM factors in it. So to me, having STEM education means creating opportunities, and also creating opportunities for all children across all different levels of education, different levels of society. I think it's important to have girls and also underprivileged children have access to the right education. When I first met Scylla and Little Scientists, I actually didn't know whether there was much STEM education in my son's school. So I think it's also a bit of ignorance on my part, I would say. Maybe also because I didn't think about STEM education too much, because for me, this is something that is very natural. I mean, all my kids have iPads. They can do a lot of things without putting a name to it. So when I met Scylla, we approached the school and we started. There was like this pilot project, and that was something that the school was very happy about. The parents loved, and the kids absolutely enjoyed being part of this program and being able to work with the Lego robotics, building little machines that worked, working together in teams. So I know that the school now offers a lot of activities for kids during their normal day-to-day school life. So primary school, they have access to laptops. They already had beforehand, but I just didn't know. But now they also start even in kindergarten to build small little robots, starting to work with iPads. And I think it's very important to start at an early age and kind of build it up, and also get the children to be exposed to the STEM education. So I think there are two big barriers. One is the exposure and the knowledge of the parents. So I think if you're not exposed yourself to these kind of tools and STEM, maybe you're afraid to start. Maybe you don't know what questions to ask and how to help your children. So I believe that today there's still quite a few parents that are afraid of the word STEM, that maybe say, "Ooh, I don't know, do I want my children at early age to be exposed to this?" So I think that's one of the barriers. And the other barrier is really money. I mean, it's all these tools, the STEM kits, that they all cost a lot of money. So to me, that is one of the biggest entry barriers. And there needs to be a way for the communities, maybe with the help of bigger companies, with organizations, non-for-profit organizations, to create these opportunities also for underprivileged children, for children that maybe don't come out of families that can easily afford these kind of kits themselves. I think everybody should work together to encourage STEM education. So it starts with the parents, but you have the schools, you have friends and family, you have the Gemeinden, the cities in Switzerland and in other countries, who should really support that kind of education, because it gives so much to our children. And also in the future, they can give back to society through their education, through being inventors, through enjoying working with new technologies. I would love to see more affordable STEM programs in communities, especially ones that are also offered for younger children, programs that are catering towards girls, that are catering also to underprivileged children. And I think there, as I said before, companies, communities, non-for-profits, parents, they can all work together to create these opportunities for our children. My advice would be, don't worry about being an expert. Let your children explore, let them figure things out, and you will see how they grow in the process, and you can grow with them. So even you as a parent can learn something. And you don't have to know all the answers immediately. It's also about curiosity for yourself. It's not just your children. At the end, the STEM education, STEM projects, working with robotics, it's a lot of fun. So just immerse yourself and enjoy it.